let's say I'm building this room and do a borehole here, borehole here, borehole here, borehole here. In Ghana, boreholes are what they call when you're doing wells for water. But over here, borehole means something else. We bore the soil and we take a sample. Depending on how much the contractor, the developer want to pay, it dictates how far down the borehole goes. And also how the type of footing you're doing. We pull it out, it goes to the geotechnical engineer, and they then categorize the soil. It's a silty clay, it's silt with loam, whatever it is. And then they tell us what is the bearing pressure that soil can absorb. That information goes to the civil engineer and or the structural engineer and the design for this. But you do a hole here, 5 feet over there, the soil could be completely different. So the borehole is not perfect. So as I am digging in the ground, I get to a soft spot. And over here in Canada, depending on the type of footing you're doing, you have, we colloquially call him the soil blesser. But you have a geotechnical engineer, who we call the soil blesser, and he's standing there with a probe. And he probes it before you put a lick of concrete in the ground. So if it's not at that bearing capacity, you can't put it. You gotta dig till you're at that bearing capacity. And if it's getting too deep, you have to change the foundation, right?